Good to see you again. Welcome to Chapter 1, Section 2 of the online video course, Chinese Traditional Culture and Spiritual Healing. I'm Xiao Henbi, a teacher at Guangdong University of Foreign Studies.
Professor, I have been at a low point in my life recently, hitting rock bottom. I feel like I'm weak and I feel like a loser. My family and friends have been encouraging me to get out of it, but I just can't. What should I do?
The weak tend to devalue themselves because of their perceived shortcomings. How can they get out of this? Generally speaking, there are two ways. The first way out is also the conventional approach, that is, turning the weak into the strong. Now the world is led by such preaching. Winning is everything, losing is nothing. Weakness invites aggression. The world favors only the strong. That's why we have to be strong and successful. This mindset indeed demonstrates a widely proven rationality, since the Darwinist notion of the strong preying on the weak still underpins much of how the world works. In the real world, compared to the weak, the strong apparently have more access to dignity, safety, and freedom. We also need to be mindful that there's likely no one who doesn't want to be strong. However, the social pyramid and the zero-sum game determine that there is always someone, the majority actually, who cannot win the competitive game and become the strong. The people who always fail cannot prove their presence, and they don't have the strength to change for the better. For the weak, the first way out probably won't work. There are plenty of inspirational stories about the weak getting stronger. There are also tips on how to do so. Yet, there's still so many weak people at some point in their lives are bound by their own depression and unable to get out of the low point in their lives. The French writer Camus once said, "We don't want to get rid of our weaknesses. We merely wish to be pitied and encouraged in the course we have chosen." No wonder he was awarded the Nobel Prize for Literature. When he said this sentence, he was not only judging human nature, but also defending it. Once, I read a children's poem by the celebrity child poet Jiang Erman, and I was deeply moved. It goes,
Yes, you can, they say to me. You need to be courageous, they say to me. So I pick up my courage, courageous enough to say to them that I can't.
We adults probably feel the bitterness from the lovely poem. We envy the kid because we feel for her when she said she can't. Whereas too often, we dare not say we can't. Because when we do so, the feedback we get is disappointment and contempt. The compassionate Zhuangzi adopts the second approach. He talks to the weak honestly. Accept yourself, no matter whether you're weak or not. That way, you can free yourself from the fear of being weak. For the weak, there is no need to be afraid of being the weak in a worldly manner. The light from heaven shines as bright on their windows as it does on the mansions of the strong. Only when they come to terms with the fear of being the weak can they truly become the strong. Zhuangzi portrays many people who grasped the true meaning of Tao. Many among them, by the conventional standard, are truly the weak. Some of them are afflicted with severe wounds or disabilities. For example, there is the one who lost one foot, the one who lost his toes and had to walk on his heels, the crippled, the hunchback, the hair-lipped, the one with an enormous tumor. Some don't have decent jobs, There is the butcher, the cicada catcher, to name a few. But they are the strong ones in their own lives. Their lives are in no sense inferior to the strong in the traditional manner. It is stated in the text 道德经, Tao Te Ching, that the conqueror of men is powerful. The master of oneself is strong. This means the conqueror has force, while those who overcome their own fear have true strength. Zhuangzi has always been the unconditional spiritual support for the weak, helping them to become strong souls. After all, it is only with strong souls that they will live strong lives. Now we've come to the end of the lesson. Before we go, I have some questions for you to think about. 1. When you are aware of your weaknesses and the limitation it brings to you, what do you do? 2. According to Zhuangzi, how can we free ourselves from the fear of being weak? See you later!